Welcome to the Solice Spot, where thoughts on life, leadership, and purpose are brought to you by CLS Leadership Solutions, leading today for tomorrow. Cedric Solis here, and I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of the Solice Spot. Today's thought on life, leadership, and purpose is drive with your why in mind to help keep you in line. Recently, I had an amazing opportunity to be refreshed in all things driving. And I know that sounds crazy to everyone out there. Why would anyone want to be refreshed in all things driving? The reason why it was amazing was because I was reminded of the awesome responsibility that we undertake every time we get behind the wheel. And yes, we talk about things like drunk driving, driving while under the influence, and those are super important. And I understand the impact that those who violate those things have had on the lives of people all over the world. It was not those things that made the experience awesome for me. It was the reminder of the little things that all of us take for granted every day and the massive impact that they could have on our lives as a result. We're so inadequately prepared to understand the law and the laws that govern even just the road. And that privilege of driving comes with a responsibility that we share socially with one another. Drivers on the road, drivers and pedestrians on the road. And there are so many little things that I know we all take for granted. I know I take for granted. Sometimes we get behind the wheel and we're a little more tired than we should be. And we experience things called micro sleeps. Sometimes we are changing the radio as we're driving along because we can't stand what we're hearing on the radio at that moment. Sometimes we engage with a phone call that comes through and we take a moment to look down to see who it is and whether or not we want to answer the phone or not. All these things occur, and what it happens is we become distracted drivers. And distracted driving comes at a tremendous cost, not just in regards to the lives of other people on the road, either walking or driving. Distracted driving comes as a cost in regards to violations of the law. And there are so many ways to violate the law that I never knew. And I'm sure you don't either. So, why am I talking about this in regards to life, leadership, and purpose? It made me think about what would happen if I had not had the opportunity to continue driving throughout my lifetime because of any myriad of silly things that I was unaware of. I've been fortunate to teach over 10,000 students in my lifetime. I've been fortunate enough to be able to have the opportunity to go on military installations and help our service members across the country transition from the military into civilian life. I've had the opportunity to coach in the collegiate sports level, in the high school sports level. I've had the opportunity to work in the leadership space and the consultation space. All these opportunities have allowed me to fulfill my purpose in life of helping people. Imagine if I couldn't drive, how many of those opportunities I would not have been able to take a part of, and how many impactful moments would have never happened, at least from my perspective. It is a tremendous responsibility that each one of us hold, and we don't understand the impact and the relationship between driving and the rest of our lives, and how those two things correlate in our responsibility to one another, but also our responsibility to the law. Make sure that you are valuing the privilege every day to drive your vehicle and adhere to the safe rules of law on the road, not just for those who are on the road with you, but for everyone who your life touches. Your life, leadership, and purpose is a gift to the world. And your ability to drive is the delivery tool for that. Do not, do not impact your ability to live in your purpose because you're negligent for no reason in your privilege. We have a the magnitude of sheer responsibility to be highly attentive and highly aware on the road every time we get behind the wheel for all those who are on the road with us and for all those whose lives we touch. Drive with your why in mind to help keep you in line. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Solid Spot. Lead better today so that you can lead with excellence tomorrow.